Yo, what is up, guys? First, I want to say thanks for watching the last video. Stoner Larry here again. I'm gonna come at you today with just a real short video. It's just kind of a beginner's tutorial. So I don't know. Just wanted to say thanks for all the people that actually watched the last video. So I appreciate that. But yeah, today I'm just gonna go briefly through some things that, for at least, and this is just for PC. I don't really know a whole lot of advice for what I'm gonna be going over today for other, you know, parts of the game. Like, when I say parts, I mean ports, consoles. I honestly don't know how your key bindings go, and that's what most of this is gonna be about today is control. So okay, first things first, key bindings. When you go to, let's see, options screen, we're going to go to controls, and I always go through a lot of this actually, and sometimes when I'm thinking, you know, if I lose a fight, I'm like, oh man, it would have been nice if I would have had this here instead of there. So yeah, basically as a PC player, if you're using a keyboard, you can go through and customize these guys. This is also kind of how the modding is exploiting the game currently, is because you can have a program running in the background that, you know, presses multiple buttons at once as an input, right? You know, anyways, not to go into that. So just to kind of go forward, what am I gonna do? I'm actually gonna change my flying down. Actually, that's what I want to do, because normally flying is with your space bar. I have it descend is X, so I'm going to change this to Alt. And so Alt and space are right next to each other, so I don't have to move my thumb anymore. I honestly had a hard time finding because I use spacebar quite a bit, but finding the spacebar, or finding X with the space, or from the spacebar, was difficult. So Alt is going to be a lot easier. I honestly am not a fan of the custom, or I'm sorry, not the custom, but the stock, you know, user interface. It's kind of difficult. So my first tip is to go through this and find something that works for you. I changed, for example, I immediately changed the ultimate attack skill and you know, all that kind of stuff with right next to my controls the WASD, so that way I can move and then combo and, you know, kind of be able to spell cast very quickly and then move again. So try that out, it works great. Hit escape, and that actually will just save it right there. The next tip I have is go into your camera settings, and you can see how I have this absolutely all the way up right now, and you can actually turn it down. Well, actually yours is going to be stock like this. I have it all the way up, and the reason for that is because your camera is set to rotate at a certain speed based off of your mouse movement. Increasing that threshold allows your mouse to move faster if you're moving the mouse. So it's basically your sensitivity, essentially. So if you like a more sensitive gameplay like I do, I always like, you know, first-person shooters. I like very sensitive controls. This isn't a first-person shooter, so it's just something that I'm used to from other games. But if you're into more of a slow sensitivity setup, you can do that as well, rather than just using the stock speed. So try that out. See if that helps you out. The next thing is game settings, and okay, so this is pretty important. This is your cutscenes. You can turn them on and off. The reason why I say this is very important is because the easiest way to level in this game, a lot of people are progressing pretty slowly by doing the PQ quests. The easiest way and the fastest way to get XP and to level and to actually get money or currency in the game is to repeat the same missions inside of from the storyline, essentially. So what I would recommend doing is, you know, turning off your cutscenes and then going to the time vault. And I was gonna say, yeah, right there. You know, I don't know. I haven't turned off my cutscenes because I've already finished the storyline. But essentially, you're gonna go where you would normally go to go talk to Trunks, and then you pop up here and you run into here. And like I said, literally this does not take very long to level your character from 0 to 80 very quickly. This is how a lot of people are getting characters, multiple custom characters, to 80 very quickly. And I'm just going to tell you exactly what I did essentially, and I won't go way too much into it, but what you're going to do is, I actually got this from another video. There's actually multiple videos out right now, but first thing I did is, once I hit 14, I started doing the Frieza battle, and you just do this last one. You're going to fight with Goku, so basically you and Goku tag team Frieza. You can pretty much just punish him all the way up to level 35. 35 or 40. It really depends on how you're building your character. I started off doing stamina all the way to 100. And then I went into my damage for the last part of it. So it was kind of it was a struggle starting off doing it that way, but it was very rewarding towards the end, so it was kind of nice. Once you hit 35 or 40, you move on to Cell, and basically, I believe it's... Don't lose Gohan, perfect Cell. Yeah. So you and Gohan will do this guy right here. You're just going to do this guy until literally you hit 69 or 70, I believe, is when you are able to cap out your next stat. Yeah, and at that point, once I finish that at 69, I'm currently, I think, 78 right now, but once I finished that at 69, I, had almost like 1.5 million currency, so when I bought my GT set, which is pretty expensive, so I mean, and then, I was already set, basically, I put the rest of my stats, I'm putting the rest of my stats into stamina for utility reasons, but yeah, that's it. It took me, I mean, I am not the most constant gamer, so I mean, it literally took me, I think maybe 8 hours of gameplay. It's pretty monogamous, and it's a grind, don't get me wrong, it's totally a grind. But just focus, you're gonna start off, they're gonna be pretty difficult, especially Cell starting off, but once you get good at it, you just keep trying to go for the Z, because if you get a Z, you can get over the actual score amount for your EXP. So just work on that. Get do 3 throwing grabs, or 3 grabs in a game. You'll get an extra bonus. Same thing with your doing like a combo or anything like that. So work on that. Aside from that, that's really it. I mean, with those 3 tips, you should be able to kind of figure out a play style, level your character up very quickly, and then have currency to buy the gear you need. Shouldn't take you very long. I mean, of course, everyone plays at different speeds, so don't get me wrong. But yeah, try that out. Aside from that, that's really all this video is about. I was gonna say, my upload schedule basically is gonna be Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So sometimes like 3 times a week is really what I'm gonna be aiming for as my ultimate goal for uploads. Aside from that, if you guys have any questions, dudes, feel free to ask. Appreciate it. If you guys actually found this informative at all, feel free to give me a like. Also, if you ever see me in Toki, I work quite a bit, but if you ever see me in town and you just want a 1v1, I'm always down. I always want to see some crazy new build or something like that. If you are a modder in the PC community, I usually stream every time I play, so if you want to come troll me, I will just basically expose you. But anyways, aside from that, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. You guys have a good one, and I will see you around, my fellow Xenoverse-ers. Take care. Peace.